What's up, everybody? We're doing a server showcase or map showcase on what you can probably guess is the old TeamEvoCraft town place we have. It ended, sadly, because when it was opened up to new people, a bunch of griefing started. So it was ended, and it was a very good server, and it was fun while it lasted. So I'm just gonna, the host has allowed me to move throughout the world, and I was gonna have him in here, but it's 3 a.m. where I am, and having voices through the TV would be bad. So it's just me. Aerial view of the world, the little box I had that I was never going to finish. There was no way I was going to finish this entire place. Little villagers, I had a little spot for the villagers to sit in. The very, just the mushroom house and everything. And I just had those other buildings where you have the funk parlor, all this stuff in here, songs written out and everything. I'm not doing that again. That was awful. I don't know why I did that. Got a little bakery. And cakes. He had left me a very good message. So that was cool. And we got the igloo, of course. And that is basically this part, in my part of the world at least. And a lot of this stuff is going to be repetitive because it is going to be a map showcase. It's going to be the entire server in one video. So I am going to, if I rush past anything, I apologize. I am just trying to get through this as fast as I can. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Alright, there we go. Over here, I think I went over here like once or twice. This is where Evolution Haze was living. I actually went over here when most of this stuff was being finished or whatever. And this is like his old house. Here's his original house. And it was the house that I said looked a lot like the house him and Yid had on my server before we came to this one. So it was kind of cool that it was the same. Obviously in the server we had multiple trees of lives going on. This one it was gonna look pretty cool. There was a lot of stuff going on in the server that was gonna be really cool when finished, but sadly, like all good things, it had to end. So it was a shame, but there will always be future servers. I don't run my own worlds anymore, in case anyone was wondering. I don't run worlds. I can't. I'm only on the weekends, and I don't dare leave my Xbox on 24/7 or even 12 hours a day because it becomes a heater. I'm sorry if I'm breaking into this house or any houses for that matter, because I want to get inside and look at everything. Got a little pathway. We got Jojo. He was one of the first people on. And yeah, he was building this castle and then didn't get on ever again. So there's a lot of old server people that seem to just fade away. It's a horse. There's a lot of horses in the server. That's what I don't understand. We got the zoo. They finally got the magma cube in there. It's Cubert, the magma cube. Finally got him in there. Spider, silverfish, no witch. Got the creeper. They got the blaze back in there because somebody took it out. And we got 2 wither skeletons, and just overall looks really cool. And there was a little squid in there, but he's not in there. But we can say there was a squid in there. got the TeamEvoCraft sign. Very great community to have, and it was a wonderful time actually being in this community. And we got this pyramid over here, and yeah, it's just a pyramid with a crafting table. It's got some cake in there too. We got Smash's house. It didn't really seem to be his house actually. Like he probably built it, but he didn't actually live there. He lived in another area, which I will actually go to since the server is gone, because I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. Obviously, actually, I gotta stop talking about it like anybody watch the actual server stuff, because this is a map showcase. This map should be viewed as it has not been viewed before. This area I also built outside of my castle. I had the giant castle wall, but I decided to build outside of it. And this is where I started to begin. I think I did one video where I stood over here, and I started from here. This was my little starting point. I'll probably make another one in whatever server I find next. But right now, I'm just looking for worlds and stuff to view. No actual server to stay in, but I love to check out servers. This up here is Patriotic Texas's place. He was one of the first people that lived with me.
My mic was unplugged, but here is the villager place, which was very nice. There were no villagers, but that's okay. We had a pretty cool looking house. It was, well, not really a house, it was a chicken farm for chickens. Then we had a dye shop for all different colors of wool and all that. We had Mark's house over here, another one of the people that were like first in the server. And he's one that actually still gets on often. Well, did get on often. Had like a tree thing going on back here. He also had this giant waterfall. What I liked about it was the different like shades of the water that was coming down for some reason. They were different. And it just looked really cool. Yeah, it's just different shades for some reason. It was really cool to see. I don't know what did that, but it was awesome. And up here he had a bunch of glass. Like a little glass area with a glass roof, and it was looking pretty cool. Then over here we have the iron farm. This gave us so much iron. Yid was behind most of the redstone, I believe. So, and this is a more complicated way of making an iron farm. It just looked really cool. And it definitely gave us a ton of iron, which was really nice. Then over here we have Sniper Elite's house. Basically just a house in the middle of town that is in the sky. A little castle area looking thing too. Pretty cool. Had a little snow biome. There were a lot of changes to the snow biome. For old time's sake, we're going to make it a 3-wheeled moose, because 3-wheeled mooses are awesome. And we have Buy Haters over there. He was another YouTuber. And this little contraption is a really new one. It just spews out gems and different stuff. So, like emeralds, diamonds I saw as well. And I believe there's like hoppers underneath the carpet that allow it to work. And they've just funneled the stuff into the thing again. So, it just keeps continuously spewing them out. And over here we have the fountain, and then we have the thanks sign, because this all wouldn't be possible without the host, DG Banks. Then we got a little gravestone for Mark. Then we've got the giant town hall. Really cool. Little clock in the back. This is where all the names were, all the projects were. And it was much more fuller, but due to griefing, it was all taken down. Had a little chandelier that was much fuller than that. too. Over here we have the hospital. Not much to the hospital except for a couple of like potion things that were going on. So that was pretty cool. It was all made of iron because of the iron farm gave us so much of it that it became more used than dirt. And over here we have Roge's house. And just like an overall house with a bunch of stuff inside of it. Kitchen area and all that, fireplace. And what I liked the most about this area was the little cabinets with the chests in them. That was a really cool design. I've never seen that before. So that was just really cool. And apparently another person was living there too. The pumpkin. Over here we have the pumpkin, which was made by Mullerhuller, and she did a lot of the Halloween stuff in just a matter of days after I asked for it, and which is really awesome. Thanks to her. This stuff will be in the Halloween special we do whenever we think of something to do for it. This will definitely be in it. So that'll be really cool to have. And then over here we have the giant maze that she also made, and it's kind of sad that the server had to go. This would have been like a cool mini game to do on Halloween, where everybody ran through the maze and trying to get through it. So that would have been a cool thing to have, but sadly, we won't be able to do that. But that's okay. And over here we have the snow house built by Rebel. And I'm going to stop going inside of these buildings. I'm just going to do like a pan on the outside. So it just gives you, because in the side of them, there's really not much to them. Unless it's like Roge's house, where there's actually a bunch of stuff in it, like cosmetic and everything. And over here we have the tower that nobody ever put their name on, but it was a really cool looking tower. So I always kept going back to here, trying to see if someone finally put their name down. And over here we have the second tree of life, not because mine isn't really a tree of life in my town. But what I like about this, it was made by Dunk Biscuits, and it was actually had a little story to it, which was really cool. I loved the little story, and I went on a rant on it, but I had to cut that out because the video was so long that day. And we have several other houses, obviously his house over here. And we have Hitman's house over here. He joined just a couple of days before the server ended. We got villager breeding right there, where villagers breed. Then we have the temple. I actually did the thumbnail for the server eventually of this area. And it had like a sunset behind it. It was really cool. And since the server is no longer there, I'll show you where Banks's place was. It was down here. Yeah. Oh, who's that? It's a person. Hello, person. How are you? Don't know who it is. Yeah, lightning. And this is the boat. It was really far out even to fly to. And when I asked about it, the person said it was unfinished and not to worry about it. But the host gave me the coordinates, so I was able to show it to you guys. And even though it is unfinished, you can see with like the sail and everything, it's a really cool boat. And even if it's unfinished, it's just awesome. And it's a shame this wasn't closer to the spawn area, because this is just an awesome build. Just so amazing. Definitely not a boat you'd normally see. Now this was the old Nether hub. It's a lot more beaten up than it was before, but this was the old Nether hub built by Yid, I believe, or he at least did most part in it, I think. And yeah, it was just basically the first Nether place we had. So it was just really cool and really great design. I loved the blue glass and everything with it. And down here is the new Nether hub that we used today, well, we used last. And it connected everything. I'm going to go to Yid's house and show you guys his little. It reminded me of like a utopia thing coming out of the mountain. Really cool area down here where he kept all of his belongings. But this is his area. Even his gardens look very, I don't know, confined and looks cool. There's one cow, and this was his house basically. It came out of the mountain like that. It looked like a utopia kind of thing. I don't know, like a futuristic build or something. It looked really cool. And he was going to university, so the host, I believe, or someone put the good luck at uni, so give him good luck on his university adventure, because, that's so much fun. And we got this lava and water DNA thing built by Elite Sniper. And we have this giant cobblestone thing that was being built by Kermit, but I think he abandoned the idea shortly after because it just stood there and nothing happened to it. Over here we have, I like to call the hop-on house, because one day I saw there was a house that was all colorful and it was small like that, and it was called the hop-on house, and it was like a Dr. Seuss house or something. It was just an awesome house. So that's the hop-on house. This house, I don't know who owned it, because it was here since I started, I believe, and it never changed. So, yeah, it's just there for a while. Vinny's house, I think that was somebody else's house at one point. I think it was the wood shop, Kermit's wood shop at one point. And we have the PvP board that never made it for some reasons. And yeah, so PvP never made it and probably wouldn't ever make it if the server was still around. We got Smash Crash's stable. The board where people could put their stuff, and I would do videos on it. Even if it wasn't on there, I'd still search around and find it. It just helped me out when people told me what builds there were. So it was just a good way to get most of the stuff in the videos that I needed. We have the giant TeamEvoCraft sign above the town hall that looked really nice. And it just basically was TeamEvoCraft. That was the server group at least. Then you make your way down here and you get to the chest that somebody really got into and messed up, it looks like. So sadly enough, that happened, and that's why the server is really not here. A bunch of griefing happened, and instead of just getting rid of some people, everyone had to go. It was just server ending, which wasn't too bad. And to get to the, I don't know how to get past this nether portal. I had to break the thing because you just teleport instantly when you go inside of it. And again, there was some glass broken over here, the blue glass, which was a shame that people would even do that. So server is gone because of griefing, but that's okay. This video will remain here forever, and we'll just show what great builds happened in the world. And this was all in survival. There was no creative. I'm only in creative now because it's just easier to go around and see everything. Got an automatic farm right there. And this was a new one. It was a grass biodome, it looked like. It looked really cool, and it was definitely something new that would have looked really cool when it was finished. But there was a lot of stuff that wasn't finished in the server. Down there as well, the villager trading happened. And yeah, there's just a bunch of unfinished stuff going around. The PvP arena was built. It wasn't much because obviously PvP was probably not going to be a thing ever. Just because if there's at least like a couple people that say no, it will be a no. Over here we had some kind of experience farm. You had to AFK here for a bit in order for it to work. It used water, like most things, and yeah, that's basically how it worked. You would turn off the water, they would spawn, then you turn on the water, and they would just fall to their death. Really cool method, but you'd have to wait there for a while just to get your experience. And down here, the giant red structure that I actually visited quite a few times in the Minecraft server episodes is Bonesaw's place. And it just looks really cool. I want to get to the door, wherever it is. There it is. And I'm gonna go through the wall because I want to show the door, which makes like little to no sense. I want to show the door off, so I go through the wall. It's weird. I do what I do. And then you click that, and it just completely opens it up. Really cool, a 3x3 area opening up like that with pistons. A lot of redstone was needed for that, and you actually have to know what you're doing. And there was a beacon in there, but someone took it. And yeah, this place was just really cool. And it was just amazing to see everything that went into this. And you definitely would not see something like it. Multiple times at least. Unless somebody actually did it every time. And this one was like a new pyramid somebody was going to build. Slackers, that says. So another build that wasn't going to be finished. It can't be finished at least now. And over by that slime over there was a slime farm. I didn't get into that because there's not really much viewing for that. But there was a slime farm that was really big, and it got us a lot of slime. This place is Kermit, Plum Tuba, and Taco Truck's place. Get out here, Xbox. And it actually came up because I said Kermit plays Xbox. Because that was his gamer tag. So this was their area. They didn't really build anything much after they built this area. It just became, whether they didn't get on at all or they just stopped building in general, there really wasn't much to it. And then they had like a very basic iron farm, more basic than the one I thought they used. It was just water. It's all it was. And it did not work one bit. Obviously, there's no villagers there now, but when there were villagers, it didn't work one bit because the iron golems would just spawn on the sides and they would fall down and be running around aimlessly. Now we found a new house that I haven't seen before, another house that will never be finished, and Milky Dad MC. And this is actually from, I believe, The Noob Adventures. It's a YouTube series made by Falconer, I think it was, or something. But it was a Minecraft series that someone did, and Milky Dad was one of the people in them. So that's probably where that came from. Now we're going to head to Smash Crash's place. You have to go all the way down this tunnel, and then you have to not get tricked by that teleport. It's a bad teleport. You gotta just keep digging through the whole thing, and you will eventually get to where you need to go. And when you finally make it, you'll find a portal, and when you go in, you'll be transported to their place. This area had like some automated farms in it. It was like, I think this was like the last Minecraft server episode I did. They were trying to get more wither skulls for their place. A little doorway with glass, and just a ton of stuff going on in their base. And some animals. They even had slime down in the glass. And this place is a secret. It was their main secret area, where they had tons of enchanted stuff and weapons and all other sorts of stuff. It was just a really secret place that nobody knew about. If they even found their base, they wouldn't be able to find the secret place. Making our way back, I find this house I've never seen before. Probably a new one that someone started building. And didn't have a name on it. I didn't see, at least. And it was just like a house and another house next to it. So I'm going to go through these windows. I heard villagers, so they had some villagers too. And yeah, it was just a little weird area. And the sugarcane looked really cool, even though it was literally just sugarcane on the edge of the water. We're gonna play What's That Shape? It looks like head of a chicken, maybe head of an like alien chicken thing, and it's riding a ball, or it's got wheels. Chicken with wheels. Yeah. And here, just another house, just made with stone and stone bricks. Like the simplest things look really cool. And we almost forgot about Phil Apathetic's place. He was still building it. It was quite a massive build for just joining a server. 2 little horses there. But if you have fire spit off, fire will actually burn forever on wood. So that's a cool tip, cool thing to know. And yep, he was building this house, obviously didn't finish it. It was such a massive build for just starting on a server. So it was took a lot of work. And sadly, he is unable to finish it now and won't be able to. And the squid, he has a squid, and it almost turned into a UFO squid. But it teleported back. So, no UFO squids, they are not coming back. Sadly enough, I really wish they could come back. One last place we're going to go is to the end. The end was a great place to go. And I have to go back through because I went the wrong way. Got teleported. So much portal noise. I don't like it. But somebody was doing something with this area, which would have been probably cool too. And this is the end where they have just where Endermen are killed. You can one hit them with your fists, so you get tons of experience from it. Probably the best experience farm there is. So that's really cool, really good method. And obviously it does take some more work than most experience farms, but it's probably the best experience farm there is. And to do it, yeah, you just a bunch of torches everywhere. It took a lot of work. And 2 deaths. But that is basically the server. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed looking back on your stuff. And I hope I really didn't miss anything, because that would be bad. But I hope you enjoyed this video and like to see videos like this in the future, even though this server has ended and there will be no more of this server. Until then, we're Vicious Kind and we're on your side. We'll see you in the next video and in the next server or world. Because if you want me to showcase your server, just let me know. Send me a message over Xbox 360 or Xbox One while adding me. Because I have a ton of people that add me occasionally, and it's a lot of spammers. So I tend to know who the spammers are because they literally send the spam message and then add you so they could send you more spam messages. So if you would like me to showcase your world, just let me know. Send me a message after you send me a friend request. Let me know which platform you're using, Xbox 360 or Xbox One, and I will definitely love to check out your world. I know someone commented on the last Minecraft video saying they wanted their map showcased. I replied to them. I did not get a reply back, so hopefully they'll see this and they'll know what to do. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed.